Hi boys and girls, it's me Butch, and it's the, who knows what it is, 25th of May or something, 2011. I want to show you as fast as I can, as quickly as I can, how I make a time-lapse video using a Sony Nex-5. This will work with a lot of cameras, but it's particularly aimed at the Sony Nex-5. The Nex-5 does not have that ability built in, but it comes with all the basic things to make it happen. So this is my Sony Nex-5. I always have it on a lighty pod. I can make it very stable by doing this kind of thing. That's not what this video is about. This video is about making a time lapse. So this is my basic setup. I lost my windsock, so I have a cut down Rhodes windsock I made. If you lose your windsock, there's no replacement. Fisheye attachment on a 16mm lens. This is one of my more popular setups. But the big thing is, how do you do a time lapse? Well, the Nex-5 has remote control ability, and that little thing, you may not be able to see it there, that's the remote control window receptor. And this is a little bit of Velcro that I put on there and on the back of this little device down here. This is the device. Hope this is working. My webcam's not working very well. This is a little device I got from the United Kingdom. I'm going to put the link of how to get this, where to get it from. It's not that expensive. You have to specify what camera it's for. And this thing is a remote control with a built-in timer. Has a little window on here. It probably won't show up on the... oops, it might. It should be blinking every 2 seconds. I think it'll show up. So you see it blinking away there every 2 seconds. And if the camera is turned on, that will fire the camera. I put this little bit of Velcro that came with this device, came with a battery. I just clamp it right there so that there's hardly any distance between the receptors there. And when you turn the camera on and turn the remote control on, it'll start firing every 2 seconds. But you have to set the camera up. You have to turn it on. You have to go into your menu here, and the important thing in the menu on the camera is to scroll through and find the remote control and set that. And then also on the what was I doing? On the menu, you should go into your image size and select it. And for this last test, I picked medium-size images. My previous test, I picked a small-size image. So each individual image should end up being 6.3 megapixels. And shoot mode, I was in the scene mode landscape setting. You can try different things. You know, if it's twilight setting in scene mode, it's really good if things aren't too bright. But you'll just have to play with all those things. You're going to have to go through them all. The important thing is to be on remote control. And then you just turn the camera on and turn this little sucker on, and it'll start firing the camera every 2 seconds. Or if you look at this thing, there's a little there. I don't know if you can see it. You can turn that screw and lengthen the time. But it comes from the factory set for every 2 seconds. And that's what it'll do. It'll take a picture every 2 seconds. So time lapse is best done on a tripod, but I have done some handheld lapse tests. My first couple were that, and you'll on my Butch News and Butch Patrol channel. I think I covered the basics. You've got to send away for this little sucker here, or get something similar. I'll leave you the link of how to get this. This little remote control, and once you turn it on, it'll start firing the camera as often as you set it to do. And then you've got to get all of the images out of into the computer and turn them into a video. So that's what I'm going to show you next. I'm going to switch from my webcam, which is running right now, to my screen recorder. And I think I'm working. So stand by. What we got to do now is get the images out of the camera and into the computer and turn them into a video. So the first thing we got to do is open up Windows Movie Maker. I have Windows 7, which is a lot better than the earlier versions. The earlier versions might work, but not with all of the bells and whistles that might come with Windows 7. I have other programs for making movies. I have Premiere Elements, and I have Vegas Movie Studio. They're both quite good. I use Vegas Movie Studio because that's the one I know how to use the best right now. But what we got to do is open Windows Live Movie Maker, which I'm doing right now. It's opening up. There we go. And I'm going to make this go out of the way here. I'm recording the screen. And it says right here in the center, click here to browse for videos, and I accidentally clicked, and because I've been doing this a lot, my computer automatically opened up my memory card, and so if that happened, we'll just go through that. I clicked on that, it opened up my memory card right away, and we got to go up to the corner up here. See, it says organize. We hit organize, we come down here, see it says select all, we go select all. That turns everything blue here, and then all we got to do is click open, and it'll put all of those images into the storyboard. But I'm going to show you the other way. I'm going to go down here. I'm going to go click here. Oops, I did it again. Shut that. I'm going to go down to start. I'm going to go to my brain's freezing up here. Go to computer. I'm looking for my memory stick, which I know is an 8 GB card. It's right there. It's almost full. I'm going to open that. I'm going to go into the DCIM file, which is I know that's where all the still images are going to be. There's only one folder in there right now. I'm going to open it. And there we have a couple of thousand images that I took this afternoon. You can see there's no open button here when you do it this way. But it's basically the same. You come up to the upper left hand corner here. You go organize. Select all, and I'm going to shrink this down a bit. So there's the window for my computer. I'm going to left click on the blue. I'm just going to drag the whole shebang over here, let go, and what it's going to do is it's going to load all of those images, all a couple thousand of them, into the storyboard. And there you are. There's all the images loaded. And you can see in the preview here, I don't know if you can see it, it says Sony DSC. That's one of those really stupid Sony ideas that they automatically put a title track in there for, I don't know why that happens, but the first thing you've got to do is get rid of it. So you bring your cursor up, it's still loading images, I can see it blinking away there, it's still loading all the images, but it's pretty close. We're going to give this a try. I'm going to right click on that pink, oops, left click on the pink, sorry, left click on the pink, and then right click on it, select all, select all, and then right click on the pink and go remove. And you can see all those pink bars under the images, they all disappeared. So all that title track that was there, it's gone. That's good. You don't want to put any titles or anything in till the very last thing before you save it, because if you make any changes, it'll totally screw up your titles. You'll get really upset. And just take it from Butch, put your titles in the very last. So here's all my images, and they're all, I'm going to select video tools, see up there, video tools, and if you look there it says the default time is 7 seconds. Well, we don't want 7 seconds, that's good for a slideshow, but that ain't going to do us any good for a video show. So I'm going to come down the images and pick any one at all, doesn't matter, click on it, right click, go select all, you can see they all suddenly turn dark. I'm going to go back up to the duration here, I'm going to highlight it, and I'm going to, for this one, because I did a little test before, you can select anywhere from 0.3, which is the fastest, that's 30 frames a second, to whatever you want. I'm going to select decimal 10, which is a tenth of a second. So I'm just going to type in decimal 10, and see underneath there's an adjust button. I'm going to click that twice, and you can see that down on the screen here they've all become a lot shorter, and they're all a tenth of a second long now. So that's good, we're good. Now if we wanted to add music, which I'm not going to do, we got to go back to the home button here and go over to add music, click on that, go to your music file, it happens to already be there. I'm going to go into my music, and then I could, if I wanted to, I could pick a soundtrack. Let's pick, I don't know. Doesn't matter what I pick. Let's just pick Deliberate Thought. Doesn't matter what I pick. I'm going to go open. And you can see above all the pictures a green track appeared. And the program will run it out to the end. And in this particular case, if the song had been too long, it would have just stopped at the end of the images. But we got a whole bunch of images where there's no music. We could just add more music, or we could change the frame rate until it exactly lined up with the music. You're just going to have to play with that and figure it all out. I'm not adding music. I'm just quickly trying to show you how to do that. So I'm going to click on the green bar. I'm going to right click. I'm going to say remove. So the sound's gone. Right now we have no sound, and there's going to be sound because I'm actually recording this with a screen recording program. So it's actually recording my voice now, as weird as my voice may sound. So the next thing we want to do is we've got all our images in there, a couple thousand of them. I don't remember the count. I think it was 2,115 or something. And you can see on the right here the total duration of this video will end up being 3 minutes and 29 seconds. That's a nice time. So we want to add a title. I go up to the first frame, I click on it, and I go up. I'm on the home page here. Click on title, and it will automatically insert a 7-second title in there. If I want it to be longer, I have to click on the actual title. I go into text tools, and I'm going to change it to 15 seconds. And then I'm going to hit adjust. And it didn't change the actual wording, but the title itself is 15 seconds. If you notice, there's a pink bar below some of the pictures. That means the actual title is going to last for 15 seconds. I haven't figured out how to change the black part anymore. I've only used this a few times, but you'll figure it out. And I've selected on the upper right here that the title expands a bit to the right. So we got to put a title in. I'm going to click on it. Click on the preview here, and you can see a window. You can adjust the size. Right now it's not going to go anywhere because it's put in the date. I'm going to highlight that, and I'm going to write in here Sony Nex-5 video time. Screwed that up. Time lapse test by David Butch, that's my nickname, Silver Cloud. And then we can fill the frame out as best it'll go. If I click in the thing there and go up to bold and hit bold, it'll turn everything to bold. If I hit the big A here, it'll make it even bigger, it'll make it grow. I could pick a color if I wanted. I don't know if I really want to pick a color. Let's pick pale blue. And we could choose a different typeface. I'm not going to bother any of that. This is just getting way too long here. So we have that in there. Now I want to quickly run down to the end. Click on the last frame, and back. We're on the home page here. I'm going to hit credits, and you can see a credit bar, a 7-second credit bar showed up there. I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to change it to 15 seconds, and I'm going to click on adjust. And it should be 15 seconds with any luck at all. And over here we can see the credits. Click in there, highlight everything to get rid of it. Still got a little bracket in there, so nothing in there. And I'm going to put Sony Nex-5 time lapse test video by, where are we? David Silver Cloud SIL. I'm dyslexic, so I have to really watch my spelling. And Butch News. I'm just putting a bunch of crap in here just to put it in. Butch News So, oops, don't I get it right? There we are. So now I'm going to stretch it sideways a bit here, and that fixes it up a bit. Stretch it up and down, but there's very little type here. I'll put some space in here just so you can see how this works. If I click on the lettering anywhere and hit bold, it'll make it bigger. I can do that. We could hit the color, and we could, oh, that wasn't color, that was the same thing. Shrink it, make it big. Well, here's the color over here. And this time we will just leave it. How about yellow? I don't like yellow. Yellow. I don't like any of these colors. All crap colors. Crappy colors. So let's just leave it white. And what I'm going to do is pick what it's going to do. I could pick all kinds of things, but I'm going to pick the scroll up. And if you want to test it, just hit the play button there. See if it's looking okay. Sony Nex-5. I think I spelled everything right. Close enough. Good enough. Now we just want to have a quick look at our video. We go back to the beginning. See over on the right here, I scroll to the top. I'm going to click up here and hit the play button over here. Let's just see what it's looking like. And I'm trying to keep this video short. And unfortunately, they get really long really fast. So we can see that's not so bad. It's going by. I'm going to trust that it's okay. Hopefully it's okay. I can hit pause. We've done everything we need to do. We didn't add any music. We've set everything up. You're going to figure it all out yourself. The very last thing you got to do is up here in the upper right. See the little arrow under Save Movie? You want to select what kind. So hit that, and they give you what do you want to do with this. So we want a high definition display. So I'm going to hit that. It's asking me over here, a window opened up. See this window opened up? What do I want to save it as? We're going to call it, oops, small letters. We're going to call it we're going to have to make it up here. I was going to select something. Time lapse how to video. And we're going to say save. And it's going to save it. So right now what's happening is the movie is going to save. And that's it. Really, you've done it. All you got to do after that is upload it. And it's a done deal. So that's it from Butch. I'm going to say goodbye now. Bye-bye from Butch. You can see it saving the movie. But I'm out of here.